Storm on the horizon? Know when? Know now. CBS 2 News.
Tonight, more questions about that Los Angeles train crash. Was the engineer negligent, and what do survivors remember? I'm Russ Mitchell. Also tonight, assessing the impact of Hurricane Ike. Millions remain without power as gas prices surge around the country. Last-ditch talks this weekend to save struggling Wall Street giant Lehman Brothers. And the Palin record under the microscope. New details emerge about her years as a mayor and governor.
This is the CBS Evening News with Russ Mitchell.
And good evening. 2 days after the deadliest U.S. train accident in decades, investigators in Southern California still have more questions than answers. At least 25 people were killed and 135 others injured in Friday's rush hour collision. And although early evidence seems to point to the engineer, some officials are cautioning against a rush to judgment. Bill Whitaker is following the investigation.
The cleanup of the deadliest U.S. commuter train collision in almost 4 decades continued today. Investigators sifted through the twisted wreckage. Mourners left flowers on an empty platform. Officials with the Metrolink train say the 25 passengers died when the engineer ran a red signal and plowed head-on into a southbound freight train. Norma Gomez Haverstock survived the crash. She rode the same train home from work with the same people every day for 12 years.
I feel like it's my family, you know. My family when I saw the train is coming.
And every day she would say a prayer.
Say, oh God, protect this train, protect the people.
But Friday evening she suddenly was thrown violently, knocked out briefly. She came to in a nightmare.
When I saw the people bleeding, like a groggy, like a zombie, you know, with a face, with a lot of blood.
Every day she would take her favorite seat in the first car. But Friday, running late, she and her cousin hopped on the last car, a move that might have saved her life.
It's a God for miracles.
A miracle.
Miracles. A God is a good God.
The force of the crash was so strong, the locomotive was pushed right through the first car, killing many of the passengers.
I don't feel lucky. I feel blessed. I feel that I have another opportunity, another chance.
She says she can't find it in her heart to blame anyone for the crash. Federal investigators say it may be a year before they sort it all out. As for Norma,
will you ride the train again?
Of course.
Yes.
But now I want to get the last car always.
No more first car?
No.
Bill Whitaker, CBS News, Simi Valley, California.
We turn next to the aftermath of Hurricane Ike, which has brought misery to the Texas and Louisiana Gulf Coast while destroying or damaging some offshore oil production platforms and pipelines. Here's the latest. At least 8 people are reported dead. Nearly 2,000 people have been rescued, a fraction of those who ignored the order to evacuate. An estimated 2.8 million people are still without power tonight. Houston was the biggest city to be hit by the storm, and that's where Hari Srinivasan is tonight.
It's Officer Barnes. How you doing?
Rescue workers in Bridge City, Texas finally reached the stranded today. During the worst of Hurricane Ike, the floods forced the Martin family up and onto their kitchen counters.
What are we going to do? Where are we going to go from here?
Refineries along the Texas coast are still without power and remain offline.
We're looking at probably another week or maybe 8 or 9 days before the refineries are going to be up and going.
Those refineries and the gas coming from them are what people in the city of Houston need, and need now. You've been waiting for gas since 5:15?
Yes. We got kids at home, we need gas to fill up and gas for the generators. So.
I'm sorry, you got kids at home and you
Yeah,
what?
we need gas for the generators.
While lines of cars wrap around the block at gas stations, lines of people stretch outside the few grocery stores trying to reopen.
We don't have any power. We're on a backup generator, so we're saving everything for our registers. We don't have any brewed coffee. We don't have any ready-to-eat foods, nothing like that.
Even with all the warnings, people were still caught off guard. So how long were you prepared for?
I would say about 24 hours.
Yeah.
I was unprepared as far as the coolness, got hot. You know, I thought the power would last longer than it did.
Getting both food and fuel easily takes power, and the region is still without. In Texas, the two main utility companies, Entergy and CenterPoint, report the overwhelming majority of their customers are still without power, meaning millions of Texans are still in the dark. Residents like Marianne Luntz and her husband Jim began bracing themselves for weeks without electricity.
I'm definitely in denial when they say it's 2 to 4 weeks to get the power back.
And this is one of the reasons why it is going to take the people of Houston so long to get their power back. Massive trees down with power lines as well. And this street is lucky because someone around here with a chainsaw had the time to clear this off the street. Russ?
Harish Srinivasan in Houston. Thank you. And Ike's impact on the petroleum industry is already being felt far beyond the Gulf Coast tonight. The price of gas shot up 7 cents overnight to a nationwide average of $3.80 per gallon. Gasoline, electricity, food, and safe shelter are all virtually non-existent on hard-hit Galveston Island. Mark Strassman has that part of the story.
Fire department, anybody home?
Search teams found her in her Galveston apartment. Another Ike holdout, 90 years old, badly dehydrated, her heart racing.
Where do you hurt the most right now?
My shoulder and both my legs.
Okay.
She's one of more than 2,000 people rescued along the Texas coast since Ike rode ashore. On Galveston's still flooded streets and storm-tossed neighborhoods, the barrier island shows the mayhem of Ike's direct hit. And barely into its marathon recovery, community fatigue is already apparent.
Galveston has been hit hard. We have no power. We have no gas. We have no communications. We're not sure when any of that will be up and running.
How you doing, sir? I'm doing all right.
Help keeps arriving, food and water for the hungry and thirsty. Lines ran dozens deep. Perhaps 40% of this city, more than 20,000 people, defied a mandatory evacuation order to leave.
We survived. Now we got to survive the power outage.
You know this is going to be pretty rough couple days ahead.
They said it's going to be anywhere from 5 to 10 days before they can get anything going.
For now, people's spirits seem good. Over time, the worry is that could change. Charles Brown made it clear he will make it.
But whatever it takes, I'm going to survive this. Me and my family.
What does that mean, whatever it takes?
Whatever it takes to live. What you think it means?
For this woman, it meant help just in time. One more day, and medics said she wouldn't have survived.
At first glance, this barrier island's damage is widespread and significant, but not epic. Galveston after Ike is not New Orleans after Katrina, but rebuilding and restoring what was here will go on for months. Russ?
Mark Strassman on Galveston Island, Texas. Thank you. On its way to the Texas coast, Hurricane Ike became the 4th storm in a row to smash into Haiti, causing untold suffering in the impoverished country. The UN has appealed for aid, and film star Matt Damon and Haitian-born singer Wyclef Jean handed out relief supplies this weekend to draw attention to the crisis. Kelly Kobiea has more.
Across this island nation, it's tough to tell where the water ends and the land begins. 8 of Haiti's 10 provinces are flooded. In some towns, a thick coating of mud has made homes unlivable, roads impassable, and put help out of reach. Brad Johnson heads the American nonprofit Mission of Hope Haiti.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
He returned Friday from a frustrating and heartbreaking week in the country.
For miles, it's just water. People 4 days or 5 days after the storm are still walking through the streets in water with no place to even sit down. Every bridge to every major city is gone. All the roads are destroyed. So all your food lines are gone, all your crops. When you even look at the ocean, you'll see beautiful Caribbean blue, and then just there's a line in it from the mud that's come out.
That mud gushed through the town of Cabaret the night of September 7th when Hurricane Ike pounded Haiti with rain. The force of the floodwaters took out bridges and swept entire families from their homes.
I was standing outside an orphanage right after Ike had went through, but I watched a mom and a dad walk by in front of that orphanage, both of them covered in mud from the storm, and they were holding a 2-year-old baby that was dead, their baby covered in mud.
The Haitian government has stopped trying to count the dead from this summer's storms, focusing instead on rebuilding bridges and getting food to the living. For now, all aid is being delivered by air, 80,000 meals from Mission of Hope Haiti, and more than 300 tons of supplies from the U.S. military. At this United Nations warehouse, hundreds of hungry Haitians crowded the gates, waiting for their first food in days.
They've gone, many of them, 4 days without food. So they need that food. And honestly, what we dropped there were 2 choppers worth, and it's not even going to touch what has to be done.
The United Nations is asking for more than $100 million in aid to help feed and shelter 800,000 Haitians who truly have lost everything. Kelly Kobiella, CBS News, Miami.
And still ahead on tonight's CBS Evening News, new revelations about the trial and execution of Julius and Ethel Rosenberg. And when we come back, the race to save a legendary Wall Street giant.
Sealing your bathroom can be a disaster. Your fingers were never meant to be used like this. Just look at the mess. You need Pro-Caulk, the only tool that delivers a neat finish in just minutes, again and again. Apply silicone as usual. Select your sealing edge, then slide along for a perfect finish. Reuse the excess silicone like this and extend the seal without showing the joint. Look again, there's no wasted silicone. Amazing! Select a smaller edge for a thinner silicone finish. Pro-Caulk is perfect for kitchen countertops to seal edges and eliminate those leaking corners. Sealing a corner neatly was impossible, but now with Pro-Caulk you can do it like a professional in seconds. Any edge, any corner, any joint, Pro-Caulk gives you a perfect finish in minutes. Made from Duraflex, the Pro-Caulk set is guaranteed to last year after year. Best of all, there's 8 sealing edges for every application. You get a 16mm corner to ensure a smooth finish, a curved edge to fill in the gaps between flat surfaces, and a grouting tip for between those tiles, and 5 more spectacular edges. The amazing Pro-Caulk Toolkit is just $19.95. We promise it will give you a clean, straight finish in just minutes, again and again, or your money back. But if you order now through this special TV offer, as a bonus, you'll get a 3rd applicator for hard-to-reach places. You'll also get a silicone remover to remove and strip old grouting. Plus, you'll get this tube of silicone. Call now and receive the complete Pro-Caulk kit. 3 tools with 12 edges. Silicone remover tool, a tube of silicone for only $19.95, plus shipping and handling. Any edge, any corner, any joint. Your solution is Pro-Caulk. Call now.
To order your Pro-Caulk, call 1-800-666-6846 or send check or money order for $19.95 plus $5.95 shipping and handling too. Pro-Caulk, 2 Morgan Avenue, Norwalk, Connecticut 06851. Call 1-800-666-6846. Must be 18 years or older to order.
Wall Street is on edge tonight after a weekend of talks aimed at rescuing the struggling Lehman Brothers investment bank. And other big Wall Street firms are in the rumor mix as well. Bianca Solorzano has the latest.
The best financial brains in the world are in pressured negotiations to resolve the fate of Lehman Brothers, the 4th largest investment bank on Wall Street.
Lehman is out of time as an independent company.
This week alone, Lehman Brothers stock plummeted almost 80%. As investor confidence ebbed, the government stepped in. All weekend, top executives of rival banks, along with Federal Reserve and Treasury Department officials, met under tight security to discuss plans to buy Lehman whole or in parts.
The major things that has made these negotiations so difficult is Treasury Secretary Paulson on Friday said he does not want any U.S. government money to be used to facilitate this bailout.
Late today, it appeared a group of U.S. and foreign banks would create a fund of up to $50 billion to lend to troubled financial institutions. Yet, Lehman seems headed for an orderly bankruptcy.
The derivatives traders have been meeting all weekend to limit the damage to the system. So frankly, I think if there is a prepackaged bankruptcy, the system will be protected.
These extraordinary negotiations follow the government's historic takeover of Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae last weekend, and the March bailout of investment house Bear Stearns. Many on Wall Street believe there's still more to come.
It's like cutting out a tumor. Once you cut the tumor out, the body is healthy and goes on, and that's what we're going through right now.
And in another Wall Street twist, Bank of America is now reported to be in advanced talks to buy Merrill Lynch for $38 billion in stocks. Wall Street will surely have a fair share to sort out tomorrow. Bianca Solorzano, CBS News, New York.
A Russian airliner on a domestic flight from Moscow crashed today as it was preparing to land in the city of Perm in the Ural Mountains. All 88 people on the Aeroflot Boeing 737 were killed, reportedly including 1 American. Officials blamed engine failure. In Afghanistan, President Karzai's spokesperson is now saying a U.S. attack on a village in Herat province last month was based on false intelligence from a rival tribe. Afghan officials claim the attack killed up to 90 civilians. The U.S. has opened an investigation. Just ahead on tonight's CBS Evening News, as John McCain courts swing voters, the media spotlight focuses on Sarah Palin's record.
Houseplants make your home look beautiful, but having to water them all the time can be a big job. Forget to water them and they can end up looking like this. Give them too much water and you can end up with a big mess. Well, now there's Aqua Globes, the hand-blown glass ornament that waters your plants for you. All you do is fill the Aqua Globe with water, then press it into the soil. That's it. Your plant stays perfectly watered for up to 2 weeks, and you don't have to lift a finger. Here's why. As soil becomes dry, it releases oxygen into the Aqua Globe, which in turn releases the exact amount of water your plant needs. You can't overwater, you can't underwater. Such a simple solution, yet so beautiful. Each Aqua Globe is individually crafted with genuine hand-blown glass to create a functional work of art that waters the plant for you. Perfect for small or large house plants, hanging plants, patio plants. Even finicky exotic plants get just the right amount of water. Just fill the Aqua Globe with water, then press it into the soil. It's that easy. No more constant watering or cleaning up the spills. No more worrying about leaving your plants unattended. No more dried out, drooping, or dying plants. Aqua Globes take the guesswork and the worry out of watering your plants once and for all. That's right, you'll get a set of 2 Aqua Globes for $14.99, one in red and one in blue. And when you call, we'll give you 2 more Aqua Globes free. That's right, you get 4 hand-blown glass Aqua Globes in red, blue, green, and multicolor. Each Aqua Globe comes with its own gift box and makes a great gift for any plant lover. That's right, you get 4 hand-blown glass Aqua Globes plus the gift boxes, all for $14.99. This offer is not available in stores.
You can call 1-800-618-3178. That's 1-800-618-3178 to order Aqua Globes. You'll get 4 Aqua Globes with gift boxes for $14.99 plus $7.95 processing and handling. You must be 18 or older to order. You can call 1-800-618-3178.
When will Supreme Court Justice Scalia let down his guard and show America who he really is?
Come on now, lay off.
Tonight on 60 Minutes.
Need a little help with your kids? All this week, get to know the new nanny, the costs, the camps, the hiring, even the firing. Nanny Week, this week on The Early Show.
John McCain headed to New England today to an all-important swing state, while his running mate Sarah Palin campaigned solo outside Alaska for the first time and found herself the subject of increasing media scrutiny. Chip Reed has the latest.
John McCain spent Sunday afternoon at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway, meeting NASCAR drivers and their Republican-leaning fans in this crucial battleground state. New Hampshire rescued McCain from political oblivion last January when he won the state's primary. Now he hopes to pull off another upset in a state that has been moving steadily to the left in recent years. Running mate Sarah Palin, returning to the lower 48 after a few days in Alaska, campaigned in Carson City, Nevada, where she included a line that she had dropped from her speeches in Alaska.
I told Congress thanks, but no thanks on that bridge to nowhere.
In fact, independent analysts have concluded that Palin supported the bridge until it became a national embarrassment and Congress killed the funding. A number of new investigative reports take a critical look at Palin's political career in Alaska. The Washington Post finds that as mayor of Wasilla, she left a trail of bad blood. And Sunday's New York Times finds that as governor, she hired numerous school friends for top positions, including the head of the Division of Agriculture, who cited her childhood love of cows as a qualification. The Times also reports that she consulted with her husband Todd, an oil field worker and commercial fisherman, before deciding to veto millions of dollars in legislative projects. And if the New York Times isn't hard-hitting enough, try Saturday Night Live, which lampooned both Palin and Hillary Clinton.
It's time for a woman to make it to the White House. No, mine! It's supposed to be mine.
McCain heads from here to Florida, then Ohio, where he'll be reunited with Palin on Tuesday. The campaign loves the energy they generate together and wants them to campaign together as much as possible. Chip Reed, CBS News, Loudon, New Hampshire.
Coming up on tonight's CBS Evening News, new evidence in a controversial spy case from the Cold War.
Oh, no. Can't find your phone in that cluttered handbag? Searching for those house keys again. Do you have to dig and dump to find what you're looking for? Then you need the over-the-shoulder expandable organizer from Buxton, makers of fine leather goods since 1898. It's the biggest little bag ever that holds it all and keeps it organized so you find what you need in a flash. Crafted of supple, genuine leather, the Buxton organizer has this outer pouch for your phone. You'll never miss a call again.
Hello?
Don't lug around a heavy tote. Watch as the Buxton organizer turns this jumbled mess into an organized success. And it's expandable. Store 2 regular-sized water bottles and an umbrella. Amazing. With the Buxton organizer, your hands free, making travel a breeze and shopping a pleasure. Look, a regular handbag can get stolen, but with Buxton Organizer's adjustable shoulder strap, it's always secure. There's a special wallet compartment for easy reach and handy slots for your credit cards. You'll be so organized, you can even find what you need with a blindfold. You could pay over $100 for a similar designer bag. Call now and get the Buxton Over-the-Shoulder Organizer in genuine leather for only $19.95. There's more. We'll also send you the digital message reminder, the compact recorder that records without tape.
Butter, milk, eggs.
Then remind you later.
Butter, milk, eggs.
It's perfect for directions, at work, even the parking lot. Yours free, just pay processing and handling. And ask about the Buxton Organizer in these fashion colors. Get the Buxton Expandable Organizer and the digital message reminder, all for only $19.95. Call now.
To order your Buxton over-the-shoulder bag for $19.95 plus $7.95 processing and handling, you can call 1-800-686-0779. Remember, call now and get the free digital message reminder free. Just pay processing and handling. Must be 18 years or older to call.
When you look for answers, turn to the one source America has always trusted. Driven to get the story behind the story. The experience to get it right. Campaign 08 coverage from the people of CBS News, your source for politics.
Just released archives are shedding new light on the trial of Julius and Ethel Rosenberg, the only Americans ever to be executed in peacetime for espionage. With passions over the decades-old case still strong, the revelations are raising doubts. And that's tonight's Sunday cover. Did Ethel Rosenberg deserve to die?
Dateline Sing Sing.
The image of Ethel Rosenberg as an unassuming mother and wife still stands in stark contrast to the one prosecutors outlined to convict her and husband Julius in 1951 of passing atomic secrets to the Soviets during World War II. Now the public may know why. 1,000 pages of secret grand jury testimony from 41 witnesses, including Ethel, were released by the National Archives on September 11th. Ethel's 16 pages of testimony shows prosecutors asked her questions over 2 days, and she pled the fifth 41 times.
What was done to my mother was wrong on so many levels.
Robert Mirapol, the Rosenbergs' youngest son, has been fighting along with his brother Michael to have documents released since the 70s. He points out that the grand jury testimony of Ruth Greenglass, Ethel's sister-in-law, contradicts what she said at trial, that Ethel typed up the atomic secrets. It was Ruth who actually copied the information. Didn't you write that down on a piece of paper? Ruth, yes. In longhand? Ruth answers again, yes.
The information that sent my mother to her death, as far as Ruth was concerned, that incident just never took place.
David Greenglass, Mrs. Rosenberg's brother.
Nor did it take place. According to Ethel's brother, David Greenglass, his testimony was not released. But in 2003, wearing a disguise, he told 60 Minutes 2 he lied to reduce his sentence and keep Ruth out of jail.
I would not sacrifice my wife and my children for my sister. How do you like that?
Just the thought of David Greenglass disgusts me. What bothered me most about the interview when I looked at him was I thought I saw a family resemblance. And I didn't even want him to look a little bit like me.
They died differently. He died quickly, never said a word.
Soon after the Rosenbergs' execution, the sons were adopted by other family members and changed their names.
I was 3 when they were arrested, 6 when they were executed. I never forgot who they were.
David Vlonick led the year-long legal battle to get the grand jury documents released and says other witnesses' accounts prove the spying associated with the Rosenbergs enabled the Soviets to penetrate the heart of the U.S. military.
Most of it goes to really very widespread espionage of the U.S. military-industrial complex, and in essence sort of confirms just how successful the Soviets were at stealing the sort of family jewels of American military secrets.
There is little doubt from an historic point of view that Julius was active in Soviet espionage, but for Meeropol, the debate now is whether the level of Ethel's participation fit her punishment.
Their entire purpose was essentially to take my mother as a hostage in order to get my father to cooperate. And they basically put a gun to my mother's head and they said to my father, "You tell us what we want you to tell us or we'll kill her."
The Rosenbergs never confessed to spying, even though doing so would have spared their lives. David Greenglass is still alive, living in seclusion. His wife, Ruth, died this past April. We'll be back.
Spoiled produce? Not again. Stop throwing away your money. Introducing Debbie Meyer's Green Bags, the remarkable new way to save your produce and your money.
Hi, I'm Debbie Meyer, and I no longer lose hundreds of dollars in wasted rotted fruits and vegetables. Now you can share my secret with Debbie Meyer's Everfresh Green Bags. Just look at the difference between 18 days in traditional storage and 18 days in my green bag storage. Do you want this or this? These strawberries were bought at the same time. Just look at the difference. Look at iceberg lettuce after just 8 days. Watch as these bananas age. Look at the difference. The bunch in my green bag is still fresh after 9 days.
Air is not the enemy. It's the ethylene gas that's naturally given off by produce, which causes them to spoil. Old containers and bags trap the gas inside, actually speeding up rotting. But green bags are made with a natural mineral that absorbs and removes the harmful ethylene gas. So now your produce stays fresh up to 30 days. Over 40 million green bags have already been sold. And now you can get 10 of Debbie Meyer's green bags for just $9.95.
Whether they're on your countertop or in your fridge, my green bags are the ultimate produce saver. And that saves you money. Look at this broccoli after 21 days, peppers after 16 days. Here are baby carrots after 26 days.
You'll get 5 medium and 5 large bags for just $9.95. They're reusable up to 10 times each, and they're guaranteed to pay for themselves in just one trip to the grocery store. But wait, call now and we'll double the offer. That's right, now you'll get 10 medium and 10 large bags. That's 20 bags for only $9.95. Here's how to order.
You can call 1-800-461-2937 now for Debbie Meyer's amazing green bags. No more spoiled fruits and vegetables. They'll keep your produce fresh up to 30 days. You'll get 10 medium and 10 large bags. That's over 200 uses for just $9.95 plus $6.95 shipping and handling. Must be 18 or older to order.
And finally tonight, a testament to dogged survival training. Buddy, the German Shepherd, is being held this evening for saving the life of his owner. Phoenix police say that when Joe Stallnacher had a seizure this past week, Buddy pushed pre-programmed telephone buttons to dial 911 just as he had been trained to do. And that's the CBS Evening News. Later on CBS 60 Minutes, and a profile of Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia. Thanks for joining us this Sunday evening. I'm Russ Mitchell, CBS News in New York. I'll see you again first thing tomorrow on The Early Show. Good night.
CBS News. See it now, anytime, anywhere.
Next on CBS 2 News at 6, the deadly Metrolink crash, what investigators are saying tonight.
Plus, first responders in tears as they tell CBS 2 what it was like in the minutes after the impact.
And we've got warmer weather beginning to encroach here on the Southland. Triple-digit temperatures not far away. I've got your forecast.
Those stories plus a possible budget breakthrough in Sacramento, and Steve Hartman with sports.
It's all next on CBS 2 News at 6 o'clock.
What do you call Californians installing 400,000 energy-efficient cooling systems last year? The fight against global warming has just begun.
Star and I always know what we want.
And we usually get it.
Dan and I are fraternity brothers, parties, girls, and booze.
Shelly and I can do anything we put our minds to.
These are the teams of the new Amazing Race. Real people.
We have